Good morning, everyone. It's the Roycestalgia Critic back once again. And today on the docket, I'm going to be talking about the weird movie that I have not seen since I think the Clinton presidency, probably. I like comparing it to administrations because, I don't know, it just feels like there's just this feeling of like, that's a very specific era and time. Like, you have to remember, I was in first grade when Bush was elected. Bush Jr., I should specify. I wasn't even born when Bush Sr. was first elected. In fact, I was born the year Clinton got elected, I think. Or no, the year before, because wasn't he elected in 94? I can't remember. Anyway. Ow. No bitey. Anyway. Today we're going to be talking about the film Life Size, starring Tyra Banks, Lindsay Lohan, and I think Michael Keaton. I can't remember. So, this was a weird movie, and it's been occupying my brain space for a little bit now, because I've not watched it in over 20 years, but I still think about it. Probably over 25 years. He bites. Ow! Hey, you're getting a little too nippy. Look at him, he's so cute. Anyway, so, in the movie, he's, yeah. Oh, this is good. I wanted to have him in more videos. Anyway. In the movie, we follow Lindsay Lohan, Anne's character. I can't remember what she's called. Again, I haven't watched the movie, but the broad strokes are very burned into my brain. Because this used to get a lot of play on the Disney Channel. Because it wasn't a Disney Channel original movie. It was a Wonderful World of Disney movie. Now, the Wonderful World of Disney was brought back during the Eisner era, and originally was like this, it was where they would play some like Disney branded content on ABC back before they bought ABC. Anyway, little chunky boy. But the Wonderful World of Disney had a couple of films. They had a Geppetto musical starring, what is his name? Drew Carey as Geppetto. They had an all-black version of Cinderella, except I think the footman was played by Jason Alexander. And then, of course, they had, oh, hi. Hey, look, it's you. Come on, look at the camera. Do you see yourself in the camera? Anyway, and so Life Size, like, you can tell that it has a higher production budget than most Disney Channel original movies because it's got so many big names attached. Like, this was child actress Lindsay Lohan, one of the biggest child actors of the 90s. Like, she was up there with Mara Wilson, Macaulay Culkin, all the coolest cats. Arguably Mara Wilson's the only one of them who actually like got out of there relatively scot-free. Poor old child actors, man. Anyway, and of course Tyra Banks, who I think is a famous model, and Michael Keaton, who, had kind of reached a lull after the Batman films. But anyway, so Lindsay Lohan plays a tomboy who's on a football team that I think her dad coaches. He's smiling. He's smiling. I ordered a fishing pole with a. I ordered a fishing pole dog toy so that I can play with him more. I'm not as athletic as my cousin, in that he can bend it down and I can't. Okay, but back to the film. So, Lindsay Lohan is a half orphan, if you will. Her mother passed away a little bit before the beginning of the movie, and she's been trying to find a way to bring her mom back. Now, this may sound really weird, except she finds like an actual like book of spells, and she steals it from. So the book is like a couple $100, I think, and she's only got like 60 or so. So she steals the book and leaves the money in the case from where she stole it. And she has, and I can't remember the exact specifications of this, but she has one shot to bring her mom back. She needs an object of her mother's to, channel the magic through or something. Oh, also it was her birthday, and her father's new girlfriend. So it must have been like at least a year since her mom died, because her father's already trying to move on. Her father's girlfriend gets her the in-universe version of a Barbie, which, given that it's there is an interesting argument to be had about like the idea that this is because the Barbie is Tyra Banks' character, and I forget what it's called, but they're talking dolls, and they say like, "My name is blank, and you're my best friend." And the well-meaning stepmom, a soon-to-be stepmom, I guess, gives her the Barbie XP for her birthday, and she's like, but it's like, lady, she plays football. What the heck? Buy her like, I don't know, Madden 95 for the game, for the Nintendo. What are you doing? What are you doing? So she sets up the spell and puts her mother's brush on the wardrobe. But then the stepmom comes in and fucks with her setup. She uses the she uses the brush to comb the doll's hair. And so then when Lindsay Lohan wakes up in the morning, her doll is turned into a real person. Which, okay, let's just talk about how fucked up this is. Pardon my French. I know you guys don't like me swearing too much. This girl found a way to use and was actually willing to commit black magic, like just some Necronomicon shit, because she missed her mom that much. And this evil, and like the stepmom or whatever, ruined it all, and instead brought a piece of merchandise to life. Imagine how pissed you would be in that scenario. And like she doesn't know that it was the stepmom who did it, which, I mean, like, honestly, if I knew, if she knew, she probably would have suspected her of doing it on purpose. Like, oh, you can't have your mom back, your dad's mine now. Evil stepmom BS. But it's so strange because, like, the movie is obviously about, like, learning to let go and move on. But magic exists. The spell worked. It would have worked correctly if she had just, if they had respected her privacy and left her room the fuck alone. Pardon my French. You gotta stop biting. You're biting too much. he's teething. He's getting to the 6-month age where, his adult teeth are going to start coming in. No, not even adult. He's not even 6 months, I think. He was 10 weeks old when we got him back in, was it April and May? So that's like 2 months. So then it's been so he's like 4 or 5 months. Ow. Ow. Stop it. Ow. Stop. You're hurting me. Ouch, spider bite. Ouch, spider bite. But no, I need everyone to understand, why I've been obsessing over this. Okay, I'll let you go now. I'll let you go. I need everyone to understand why I've been obsessing over this stupid movie for the past couple days. This kid stole. This kid, did sacrificed a goat or something. I don't know what I can't remember what the magic spell was, but can you imagine finding out that magic exists and it got screwed up? Your one chance. This feels like it's kind of like when my pilot was canceled due to COVID. I could have been a show creator. I could have had a TV show with my name as created by Royce Miller. Can you imagine, but COVID canceled that. And it feels so, that hurt is still there all these years later. When I was going to have a pilot, I need people to understand this. I was going to be a creator for a television show. Something that, there's a lot of garbage TV out there. And yes, this was just a game show, a reality show, with people trying to escape puzzle rooms and stuff. But it meant a lot to me, and I put so much work into it. So, that being denied that really hurt me on a level that I can't express. And this is even worse than that, because this isn't, some cheap grab at fame, at trying to enter a field you want. A career that you want to have. This is a child trying to bring her mother back from the dead. And instead, she gets a vapid, Barbie equivalent who she now has to deal with. Someone who doesn't this camera's been crooked the whole time, hasn't it? Someone who has been forced upon her, who she now has to introduce to the real world. And it's just so weird to think about. I haven't seen the new Barbie movie yet, but, it's just, man, can you imagine the pain and suffering and the crushing defeat of it all? And on top of that, you have to deal with this now. It's a horrible concept, and you could have probably made a really dark film out of it if you had explored it more. But this is a Disney movie from the 90s, so instead we get hijinks, and Tyra Banks kind of flirting with her dad. And we find out the Barbie brand, or whatever it's called, is failing. And I think there's a thing about how every single one of this, I want to say her name's Claire. It's something like that. It's a very Claire type name. And My name is, and you're my best friend. God, man, you see, my brain is like a steel trap and a sieve at the exact same time. The fact that I can remember very distinct plot beats from this, and can't, and also having trouble with it is just so annoying. Anyway, but so, uh, Lindsay Lohan's character goes and talks to the creator of the dolls, and she says like, "Oh, every one of these dolls has a has a uh, uh, has a unique like serial number on the bottom. You know, X out of X amount. Except like I'm pretty sure every production line has that. Anyway, but it's made to sound more like a collector's thing. So it might be more of a combination of Barbie and American Girl, which makes a little sense. More collector's market type stuff. And so like that's kind of the like, the scene from Toy Story where where she's finally confronted with the fact that she is not a real person. She is in fact a doll. She looks, Tyra Banks looks at the bottom of her foot and sees the doll, and sees the thing. But then she's like, I don't know, like, I forget how the final act goes because this movie was clearly just a vehicle for Tyra Banks and Lindsay Lohan. But eventually she does decide to go back to being a doll, I think, because I don't know why. But then like she disappears, and then the brand, her doll line, suddenly is popular again, and Lindsay Lohan learns to let her mother's death go. But it's like, Lindsay, Boobala, there are probably other spell books in the world. You can do this again. Nothing is stopping you. It's just such a weird movie. Like, I don't know. Like, I have just such weird memories of those. Like, you watch them once on Wonderful World of Disney, or they get replayed on Disney Channel during the summer or something. Like I remember, like the one, or like I have weird memories of that Geppetto musical I mentioned, where like Brent Spiner is sort of a combination of Stromboli and the Coachman, and like the way they turn kids into donkeys in that one is put them on a roller coaster, I think. And then there's a scene of Geppetto, like, Drew Carey as Geppetto going through the stable of donkeys and being like, Pinocchio, Pinocchio. So like he found out that his kid was turned into a donkey and was hunting him down, and it's like, and like to me, I was just, as someone who only ever watched the original Disney version, I was like, but Geppetto wasn't at Pleasure Island. Also, like, oh man, like, I I hate Pinocchio now. Not, I have a very complex relationship with it. Actually, if you cut out Pleasure Island, it'd be an amazing Disney movie. But the Pleasure Island segment is just such a dark, like unnecessarily mean segment that it's just that I can't abide by it. The fact that Pinocchio doesn't save the kids really gets to me. And Lampwick crying for his mother as he undergoes that harrowing transformation is so messed up on so many levels. I have weird thoughts on I don't know. There's something weird about transformation. I especially with a kid. I don't know. And the thing in the the comparison is obvious. Kids who don't study and work hard are going to become work mules later in life. Because that's all they're good for. And that's such a stupid thing to say, especially in our modern age where, being a carefree idiot can be a successful career path somehow. I mean, somehow it worked out for Logan Paul and Jake Paul. Oh, hey there, buddy. He's just been here the whole time. As long as I don't have food, he's not a barking McBarkerson. Oh, I'm gonna try to take him to an indoor dog park today. Ah. I might film some if I can. Anyway, you all have a good one. This is Royce Miller. I'm outie.